So basically microneedling is also called collagen induction therapy, right? So there's a lot of different ways you can stimulate collagen. Collagen is responsible for giving your skin like that supple, youthful looking appearance, and elastin is what kind of keeps it springy. So you're young, so you'll definitely, we're just kind of doing a little rejuvenation for you. But basically there's a lot of different ways you can do that. We can do that with lasers and thermal energy to create a little damage under the skin that will increase the collagen, or we could do it mechanically, which is what microneedling is. What I love about microneedling is that it's good for all skin types, because certain lasers you can't use on darker skin tones. The mechanical microneedling you can use on any skin tones. And the other benefit of it is that we're creating these little micropunctures in the skin, so it really helps to whatever you're putting on the skin to really penetrate, because we're literally creating little pores into the skin. So a lot of times when you're using your moisturizer and things like that, can't penetrate the skin as well as it would. So that's why I said you definitely want to use the PRP if it's an option. So we can either use just the regular slip agent to help it glide over the skin, but I mean, why waste it? We have these little channels. Let's just get the most nutritious thing that we can in there. So we can also use growth factor serums, or we can use your own growth factor, which is PRP. So we draw your blood, and then we have a machine in the back that's going to spin it down. All the platelets rise to the top, and the platelets are growth factor. It's literally liquid gold. Awesome. So while we're using the pen over the skin, we're going to be putting the platelets on, and then afterwards we do a nice massage and massage the platelets into the skin.
I'm so excited. Yeah. So it's like you injure the skin because I know PRP is used in sports.
So PRP actually originated in orthopedics because it has growth factor and regenerative properties to it. Whenever you cut yourself, the first thing to see in your platelets, right? So it has restorative properties and regenerative properties. So orthopedists actually found that they were injecting PRP into degenerative joints, and they were getting improvement in the joint function. So then everybody else kind of jumped on the bandwagon, and we're using it for facials, we're using it for hair loss. There's a lot of different utilities. They're even injecting it now under the eyes for, there's so many things that you can do with it. It's just like we're just scratching the surface of what we can do with it, which is exciting. And the other benefit of the little microneedles is because when we create these little punctures, it just stimulates your body's normal reaction to go and to kind of heal these sites. So people that have enlarged pores, it's great for, because you have all these little collagen and elastin bundles that they form around the pores, and it actually shrinks down the size of the pore. So it's just, I love it. It's one of my favorite procedures.
I'm excited.
Yeah, great. So this is the true vampire facial, because we're actually extracting your blood, okay? Some of the pictures that you see when people get the vampire facial, you see their face is all red and bloody. Yeah. The actual platelets actually are not red. Okay. They're golden color.
Oh, cool.
So when you see people that have the blood all over their face, you have to wonder if it's 100% pure.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it's a good one. See that?
How much blood do they take?
1 full tube.
And what if you're anemic? I'm not anemic.
So anemia more has to do with the blood cell count that's in the blood, not necessarily how much blood you have.
Gotcha.
What this has to do more with is how hydrated you are. Okay. So if you were dehydrated right now, it would be hard to get your blood. That's why I said kind of, hydrate before you come, to see how nice and plump your veins are.
Excited. I just can't look.
Yeah.
Basically what we're going to do right now, we're going to take a few photos just front and side and side. So you're going to step on the ones but on the outside of the squares, okay? Awesome.
Hi. Hi, how are you?
Good. Are you recording?
Yes.
Yeah. I just wanted to say hi.
I'll see you after. Okay.
Okay, perfect. Ready?
Yep.
All right, 1, 2.
Oh, this is what I use.
Yeah?
Oh,
yeah, that stuff's
yeah,
awesome.
so I actually used all 3 of these today.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that stuff is great. It's actually, Skin Medica is like...
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I know, and I just started using the, which one is it? It's the one for blue light. The day and the night one. I forget what it's called.
I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah.
But their whole line,
I
think if I'm correct, they're done by the company Allergan, which is like a one for skincare, and they do like, they're the people who like figured out Botox, so like, thank God.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to give you this headband. You're going to put it on. I'm going to get some gloves, and then we're going to numb you up real bit. Okay? Perfect. Okay, so we're just going to, now this is lidocaine, benzocaine, and cane. Tetracaine. And
Candy
basically all the canes that will just numb up your face before this procedure.
Alright, so this is the first time I'm actually seeing what I look like right now. So this is like 3 different types of numbing creams on my face so that when I get this vampire facial and do the microneedling, it doesn't really hurt. Interesting. I'm so excited.
Okay, so this is the pen that we use. It's the Rejuva pen. There's a lot of different variations of this. A lot of people will have like a home roller, but this actually, the lengths of the needles on this is longer than anything that you'd be able to get at home, so it's like a medical grade needling pen. So after we spin your blood down, this is kind of what we get, right? So all your red blood cells go to the bottom and all the platelets kind of float to the top. So it's literally gold. Yeah. That's why we call it liquid gold. So this little tube is how we kind of convert it over, and then we draw it up into these little syringes here. Once we convert it into this tube, we have about 20 minutes to utilize it, otherwise it kind of starts sticking together and we can't use it anymore. So we're going to get you unnumbed. Well, not unnumbed, but we don't want to unnumb you. And just make sure we're feeling nice and numb as you feel her wiping everything off, because I don't want you to be uncomfortable. Let's lay you down, get you a little more comfortable. All right, so this is the pen here. We do 2 different settings, right? The first treatment, we start at the lowest settings because we don't know how you're going to tolerate it. And it's the first time we've ever had anything like this before, right? So we start, and the settings are, there's 2 things that we can adjust. We can adjust the depth of the needle, how deep they penetrate, and we can adjust the speed of the pen. So, and we do different, we have different settings for different areas. So we use the more shallow setting for the forehead, for the nose, and for the chin, and then we use the deeper setting for the cheeks. Okay. So we do 3 passes in each area, and we do them in different directions. So the most crucial time is the next 12 hours. So like I just kind of alluded to, because these little micropunctures are open, so you don't want to put any makeup on, and you want to even watch what you put on the face. I'm actually going to give you a growth factor serum that we have here that I absolutely love. It's probably the next best thing next to you using your own PRP. Okay, so we're going to give you a little sample of that, and you could put that on and give you, probably use that. You could use it tonight, tomorrow, probably you can use it 3 times tomorrow. But you're just very sensitive to the sun right now, so just make sure you're not going to be outside. It's really good. And then the redness might be a little bit red. You sometimes can get some swelling. If you do, that's normal. But this is kind of what we want. We want you red and pink, because that means you stir the pot a little bit. Let's see.
Well done.
Yeah, do it here.
Awesome.
Show her, see it look a little red. It's not what you think when you see sometimes people show you the vampire facial, the face is all bloody.
Yeah. Oh.
But
Okay.
I gotta tell you though, I question because if you just inject regular blood on there, you see how it's red, and obviously you're gonna get that. But if it's not spun correctly and you saw the difference in the color, it's yellow, so it shouldn't be. Now this is on the mildest setting, so if you came back and we did this again, we'd probably get some more pinpoint bleeding, and then when I massage everything in, it looks a little bit more bloody, so to speak.
Gotcha.
But because it's your first time and we don't really know your skin type and how you're gonna react to shit, we kind of want to go on a milder version.
Alright, so I am all done. My face is still numb, so if I'm like weird right now, that's why. But my skin's actually not as red as I expected it to be. I thought it was going to be like bright red. They didn't really put the blood all over my face. They just used the platelets, which separates from the blood, and it's literally liquid gold. So if you guys are local or if you have a Schweiger Dermatology near you, I would definitely go check them out. I had Tara. She was unbelievable. Such a sweetheart. Yeah, now we wait. Okay guys, I am on my way in to go get some after photos taken of my first vampire facial, and then I am going to get a second one with deeper needles.
So we're gonna make a left in here. So we're gonna do the same thing as last time. We're gonna take photos again, and then we're going to numb, but I think I might move you. Actually, we have a room in here that we're gonna put you in, okay? We're gonna numb for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then we'll get you started on another treatment, okay? Cool.
Okay, so I just got numbed. I already start to feel like around my lip area really numbing up. I'm so excited.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left.
Shout out to my camera crew.
The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll.
All right, beautiful girl. We're all done.
Awesome.
All right, so you remember the rules, right?
Yep.
No makeup.
Alright guys, so I just finished my second round of my PRP facial, also known as the vampire facial. As you can see, I kind of have like little pinpoint bleeding areas, but that's okay because Tara used a deeper needle this time. But as you can see, it's really not that bad. I'm not too red, just a little pink in these areas. Sorry, my face is still super numb. But be sure to follow Schweiger and the Derm Mom, Tara, because they are seriously the most unbelievable team, and I wouldn't go anywhere else to get this procedure done.